need to call his primary care, he said the pediatrician's name, today, and you need to tell him what he said, and I would recommend getting the sweat chloride test. You need to have that done. And I said, but his lungs are fine. He doesn't have any breathing problems. His parts of you. Just see. Look at mermaid tails. Mermaid tail. Tail. Hand in hand is how we sleep every night. We are running early this morning. That never happens. Okay, next up. Maybe. Okay, now I just gotta find. They're cute. And now, oh, it matches your skirt too. It looks nice. I'm gonna put your boots in here. Shoes in here for later. Are they jumping? Are they good for jumping?
Maybe they jump.
Ready for mermaid hairspray?
No.
Oh.
Me.
You need some? Hold still, hold still. Oh, that's his, okay. Got a sticker in here. Don't. You want a little? It's very.
My favorite.
Let's still let brush. Gentle, gentle.
Baby.
Baby Tessie. Hold still. Let brush. You are making it hard to brush. It's because there's two babies here today.
Baby home?
Huh?
Baby home?
Baby home? Baby has school. But you go get on the bus before baby goes to school.
Come on, Mommy, let's go already.
Hold on. You are wiggling this morning.
Thank you. Come on, Mommy, let's be already.
You had two waffles.
1, 2.
1, 2. You had 2.
1, 2.
1, 2. Don't do it. Ooh, are you a baby monkey?
Baby? You wanna? Baby.
I don't have any donuts. Hey, let's not touch it. Waffle? Last one. Waffle. Look at baby mermaid shoes. Tail. Bubble, bubble, bubble. Look at Tessie, baby mermaid shoes. What's that word? Mermaid. They didn't have big ones, or I would have gotten you a pair too.
Mommy?
Can we put the other shoe on Tessie?
Mommy?
Yeah, dude. There's a little bit of chocolate. You do? Good job. Tessie's turn. Tessie doesn't like her beautiful curls brushed.
Look at Mommy, look at me.
You're a bunny, look at the bunny. Can you hop like a bunny, maybe?
It says me.
It's just Jamesy. What does a bunny say? Really? I think a bunny goes, is a bunny quiet?
Yeah.
It's a monkey. She knows you're her brother, huh?
Yeah.
You're her tiny brother.
Okay, we can play together.
She loves you. When you were a baby, you were her favorite thing to cuddle. Her favorite person, not thing, huh?
Last time when Patrick was a kid, I was used to be a toy.
Yeah?
Yeah, that was so funny.
Wait, who thought you were a toy?
I was a toy.
You were a toy?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
That's Bunny.
A bunny toy?
Yeah.
Are you a bunny toy right now? Because I see you have bunny ears.
Yeah. It's a
This is so weird, Tessie. You're in the girl seat.
Under it. Okay.
Into your seat, please.
What's on TV?
Go on back.
What's on TV?
So different. Are you ready to go?
Yeah.
Bunny ears on or off today? You gonna put them on?
Yeah.
Good morning. It is really bright out here this morning. So yesterday I spent like 3 hours cleaning out the car, and we switched a whole bunch of things around and a whole bunch of people around to make things work better. And sorry. Now we are taking Tessie to school and then taking James to his, I believe, annual, I'm hoping annual, maybe that's just wishful thinking, neurology appointment. I'm not sure when the last one was. I probably made a video. I could go see. We'll see. Here we go.
We forgot at her house.
Who did we drop off?
Tessie?
Wait, who did we drop off?
Tessie.
Yep. Are we ready to go?
Yeah.
Ready, set.
Go.
Hold on, so beautiful. And if you fall, I will catch you. Ooh, we will dance.
Up this ride.
That's not how you go on a slide. You go down the slide.
Okay.
Hi.
Hi, Mommy.
Hi, baby. You're so high.
Hey.
Hey, you.
Hey. Bye-bye. I'm over here, Mommy.
Now where are you?
I'm over here. Where the gate is. Again.
Gloomy days right here.
No?
We're going up. It was so fun. But hard. Hop, 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 hop.
You're so silly.
Be here.
In a second.
This is gonna take forever. So, and then I want to
It
see it.
looks so good. I love your new sticker. And there's the one that they gave you for your x-rays. Huh?
I want to see it.
It looks so good.
I want to see it.
You ready?
Ready? Yeah.
What?
They are all awesome. Hey, that looks like a Target sign.
Yeah, just like a Target sign.
And that looks sweet.
Look at what?
What can I choose from
Oh, what can you choose?
Yeah.
One toy.
I cannot decide because there's a lot of new toys. Awesome.
They do, huh? Is that what you're picking?
Yeah, but I want to hold it.
Yes, you can.
We are silver line, one of a kind, you and me.
This is so right there on the inside of this too.
Oh my goodness.
It's
It's so beautiful though, right?
Yeah, but it's scary.
It's scary.
They won't move.
They won't move?
Yeah.
What do you want them to do?
I want them to crawl in that hole. What? Wait. Yeah.
So good. What's he doing?
Come on.
What are we doing? James and I are cleaning up the outside of our front yard and porch right now. And that is basically what is going on right now, that we are finally home. Finally have a rain gauge. What do you think, James? Do you like it?
Can I put this in?
No, no, no. That's gonna tell us how much rain we've got. So we don't have anything in it.
Here.
Oh.
Keep it safe.
Okay.
It's yours.
It's pretty.
What is this?
It's just a decoration. So I got some wind chimes.
What are they?
We will dance away the gloomy days right here. We are still.
I gotta wash these out. I wonder where the twisty is. Okay.
The twisty? What is it? Twisty? Tell me what's it.
The twisty is on top of that. Excuse me.
Swoggles! Swoggles the dance!
Remember there was something like this. It was like this, but it went on here. Like this. It's like the same machine. But a different size, a little over.
Alive, one of a kind, you and me. And I can reach you from a distance. I can, so beautiful. I can hear you.
I'm going right back. I'm going right to boom.
Within the silence. Ooh.
I could see this through. I could wait another night. One more night, one more night. I could fight it through till the darkness turns to light. One more night, one more night. Say it's gonna be okay. 'Cause this winter is so long, feels like it's haunting me. Say there's gonna be a change. 'Cause I feel like I'm just holding.
These seriously need to be cleaned out now. Yuck.
Tommy ripped you.
Yep. So get a little long. You stay here.
But I have a bathing suit. So I go out.
To yesterday. But if I wait till the summer, oh, if I wait till the summer, oh, but if I wait till the summer, oh, I know we will be better, oh, I can leave the truth, shut the blinds I could deny. One more night, one more.
Ah, that rained on me. I better be strong now.
Better.
One night, I want a blister full. Everyone that it's alright. One more night, one more night. Say it's gonna be okay. 'Cause this winter is so long, feels like it's haunting me. Say there's gonna be a change. 'Cause I feel like I'm just holding on to yesterday. But if I wait till the summer, oh, if I wait till the summer, oh, but if I wait till the summer, oh, I know we will be better,
Yep. Do you love it?
Can I do my exercising?
You're exercising.
It's gonna be out there though.
No, we're not gonna go out there right now. We're gonna go in the backyard, if anything, for a little bit. What are you doing?
I will be right back to do my exercising.
So much better,
Bye.
much cleaner. But exercising, not perfect, but way better than before. I still have a lot of work to do out here, but at least it no longer looks like it's Christmas. The Christmas lights are down. I've swept it, and the water tables are out for when the other kids get home. And James is wearing a bathing suit, which he's very excited about. And now we're kind of going to do the same thing in the background. I got a couple little wall hangings at Dollar Tree. Well, actually 5. Not enough to do a whole haul or anything like that. But I want to hang those up to kind of brighten up the backyard and just make a fun little space out here for us to have.
I will be right back.
Okay. And I saw these, and they were each $1 each at Dollar Tree, and I thought that the kids would think they were fun and they would kind of brighten up this little space right here that is just kind of plain walls. Looks like right now. Right now they're doing it because Gastro suggested it and then Neurology agreed, and so that's why they're doing it. He doesn't have any sort of lung problems or anything.
Can I get my stuff out? Can I get my stuff out?
Sure. Sit back, James.
Oh, this call is for you.
Hi, monster. Oh yeah, James is here. There you go.
I can fix it. The human's gone. I fixed it. Quick, hurry.
Good job, buddy.
Human's gone. The human. Okay. The humans are gonna be back really soon.
No, I heard them say that they weren't coming here for the rest of the year. Move.
You are so much stronger than you used to be, say. Good job. Back with us. Backseat crew's good. Don't be a little tattletale. Yeah, cool, buddy.
I blamed it. Mom, I gotta feed the torsion.
What are you doing? No, we don't climb up in them, okay? You and Tessie both. Look at the mermaid girls.
I don't get it, Mom.
What?
What's the fun with this if we can't, like, get in?
It's like a water table, so it's just to play with toys in the water.
I would rather be in the water.
Well, that's because you're part mermaid. I think if you were littler, it would seem much bigger too. Do you think you'll be when you're grown up?
6 feet. I think I'll be 6 feet when I'm grown. I outgrown the monkey bars.
You can just walk across them now. Oh, this is the best thing ever.
Mom, I found some dead wool.
Let's pick up the pace.
Mom, look, I found some dead wool.
This is
We'll
how
put them in the
fast.
warm graveyard over there.
Good.
This is how
I don't need to see 'em.
will let us go.
Go take them. Yeah. I don't think that's a worm. I think that's just a.
This color. Look what color.
I think that's just a seed pod. Yeah, but I don't need to take it over there.
Maybe it's a seabird. Why don't put it on? Put it on yours.
Did Tessie deny your request for a break?
Yeah. Do I need a break? Yeah, come on, break.
Hi, tiny dog. Good boy. So I might close out my day early. The kids are outside playing. I'm about to make dinner. But today has been kind of rough. I mean, I don't really think that anything is wrong, but I wanted to give an update on what was going on. I'm going to nervously hold the Silly Putty that Patrick got for Easter because I miss Silly Putty. I think it was one of the funner toys back when I was a kid. So the other day, I'm gonna go back to the other day for how this all started. The other day, Tessie had a gastroenterology appointment and we went to it and it was fine. And it does look like she shouldn't have dairy. That was a pretty typical appointment. But while we were there, I mentioned to her gastroenterologist, because she has a different gastroenterologist from James, because when James started seeing a gastroenterologist, the practice that is basically linked to our pediatrician's office was not accepting new patients, and so he had to go up to the children's hospital that's like an hour and a half away. But when Tessie needed one, they could get her in like the next week, and so we went with them. And so that's why they go to different offices. At Tessie's appointment, when we were going over everything that was going on with her, and I thought that it was relevant to mention what was going on with James too, just because, I mean, they both have gastroenterologists, and in some ways it's very different, and in some ways it is very similar. I just gave him a couple sentence update on what has been going on with James and his gastroenterologist. And he stopped. And I wasn't doing it to like look for advice for James at all. I was doing it just in case anything that's going on with James gives him insight into what's going on with Tessie. He said, have they done a sweat chloride test on him? And I said, I don't know. And because at the time when he said the name of the test, I was just thinking that it might be like a blood test, because when he went to gastroenterology originally, they gave us like pages and pages of lab work that had to be done. And it was basically all blood tests. And he said it would be a test where you went and were in a room and he had a patch on his skin and they measured his sweat. And I was like, oh no, we definitely have not done that. And he goes, okay, that surprises me. He needs to have that done. You need to tell them that they need to do that. Ask them to do that. And I was like, okay, can you spell that out for me? And he did, and it was sweat chloride, just like it sounded like. So I messaged it to Paul, and Paul was like, message back with a question mark, like, why are you messaging sweat chloride to me? And so we finished the appointment, and he leaves the room to go get some paperwork for me that he wants me to look at. And while he's gone, I Google sweat chloride, because I do things that I shouldn't do, like Google. You can do that now if you want to, in another tab. No, I'm kidding. I'll tell you what it said. Now Tori's drinking water loudly behind me. This is like the most awkward blog post ever. And every single thing that I found was for cystic fibrosis. And I was like, that can't be right. That must be for other things too. But I couldn't find anything. But I was only on my phone, and he came back in the room and we finished the appointment and left. And I went home and I tried on my computer, and again, I couldn't find anything other than cystic fibrosis. And I was starting to stress a little bit, but in my head I was like, he probably didn't realize we've had all this genetic testing done for me and Paul. I mean, if we had the genes for that, we would totally know, right? So, and then I remembered that today he had a neurology appointment. James had a neurology appointment, obviously. So I went into that appointment like, I am just going to ask his doctor, and his doctor is going to tell me that everything's okay. He's going to tell me that there's no way that it's possible, that we know that we don't have the CFTR, I think, gene, whatever that gene is, the cystic fibrosis gene, and that there's no way that it could be it, and that we don't need to do that test. And so we went in and we did the appointment and the exam, and basically the exam was really mostly about he has severe tibial torsion still. His right foot turns way inward a lot of the time, and his ankles pronate way in, so that he probably needs AFOs again. And the reason he stopped wearing them was because he had such strong sensory issues that he would just scream and tear at them, and it never got better, to the point that his physical therapist was like, just don't put them on him, it's not worth it, because he wouldn't walk in them at all. And so we gave up on him on our second pair. He wore the first ones till he outgrew them, and then they gave him a pair of half-plated ones that only went halfway across his foot, and that was just, it didn't work. He stopped wearing them, and we just hoped, she thought that with him not wearing them, he might get stronger, and I guess he hasn't. It's been 2 years. And so he's falling all the time. His preschool teacher commented on it to me, how he's been falling so much. He did the exam, and his doctor spent like 10 minutes trying to get any reflex response out of his legs, and he doesn't have any reflex response at all in his ankles, feet, legs. He was asking him to wiggle his toes, and James's toes wouldn't wiggle. He was asking him to move his feet different ways, and James moved his feet a little bit, but other times he would say like, I can't do that, I can't move my foot like that. I asked him, I was like, did you get any reflexes out of him this time? Because in the past it's been a problem. It's been a problem for him, for Maggie, for Tessie, for me even. I don't really have reflexes usually in my legs. And I asked him if he got them today, and he said no. He goes, but the only thing we could do is an EMG, and EMGs are, and he paused, and I said, really uncomfortable? And he said, yeah, uncomfortable. And he said, I don't want to put him through that, so I'm going to send him back to the orthopedic doctor, and we'll let him make the call. And so after we talked about that, he said, but I don't think that's neurological, that's physical. That's because of the way his legs are shaped.
It's almost 10 minutes.
Hold on, but no, I'll call you, okay? And so I said, at the end, I said, hey, so I was talking to Tessie's gastroenterologist, and I told the whole story that I just told you. And I said, so that's not possible, right? I mean, you've seen our genetic test results, and that can't happen, right? And he said, they find new genes all the time. We have chromosomal abnormality, and it's an unknown variant, so they don't know what it does. And he said, if he's been having these problems and they're going on, then I would listen to him. You need to call his primary care, he said the pediatrician's name, today, and you need to tell him what he said, and I would recommend getting the sweat chloride test. You need to have that done. And I said, but his lungs are fine. He doesn't have any breathing problems. He's like not my kid. Like if they said that it was Patrick or Sadie, who both have always been like my wheezy sick kids that get every single like respiratory thing that comes around, I would be scared right now about that. But you're talking about like my kid that never does get those bugs. I mean, yeah, he always has a runny nose, but he's not like the one that's always coughing and wheezing. And he says that cystic fibrosis isn't always like that. It's not always a lung thing. Sometimes it's not a lung thing. So I made the call and asked to talk to the nurse, and the nurse wasn't there, so they called me back really fast, and I explained, and then thankfully his doctor was working today, and then the person who actually called me back was the referral person, and she called back and said that he had ordered the test and that I needed to call the laboratory and schedule the test. And so I called them, and they wanted to schedule it tomorrow. Tomorrow is Maggie's autism reevaluation, so we can't do that. And she wanted to do it Monday, and Monday is a dentist appointment for 2 of the kids that we've already canceled once, and they were really unhappy with me when I canceled it that time, so we can't do that. And so it's on Tuesday. She asked me why, and I told her, and I said the same thing. I'm like, he doesn't have any sort of lung problems. This is just gastro. And she said, yeah, it has a gastro side and a lung side and to things, and sometimes it's just gastro. And so I'm just really hoping that this is just not even at all. But it was definitely not what this week needed in terms of super stressful scariness. Because if it's that gene and he has it, then Tessie definitely has it. And I don't even want to think about it from there. Sadie with her collapsed lung last week. So it just can't be that. It can't be that. It's just got to be like a not that. So it's just something that we have to eliminate, just like we eliminated ammonia last week. And I was really, really happy when it was, the ammonia test finally came back normal. And actually, that's one of the good news things that we got today, that Mayo Clinic got back to the doctor on the lactate tests, and they said it's not that abnormal and that they're fine with it, and they are no longer worried with these new test results about her having any sort of metabolic disorder. So that was really good news. So now we just need this other thing to come back normal. And you know what? This isn't the first scary thing that we've gotten through, and we've been okay so far. And everybody's healthy in this moment right now. So yeah, my battery's going dead. I think I'm gonna call it a day, guys. 1 second, I'll get you an apple in a second. Here, come get your apple, my friend. I am gonna make some dinner, but I'm going to end the vlog right here for today. Hopefully we'll get this good news and then nothing else will happen, and we will have a relaxing, quiet summer, and no more doctor's appointments for a really long time. That's not helpful to me. I'm like, this nutrition is totally fine. But that one's not. That one's next. I have to fix that still. Tony, where are they? Then don't go under it. James, you can go under it by yourself. Patch, can you put it on top of James?
Yeah, but I'm not to get it off.
He can get it off himself.
I can do with that. I can't get it, Mom.
Dude. Where is tiny Jamesy? I thought I heard a little turtle's voice.